Well, I think we live in a country which people just want to get rich quick. That's why they play the lottery. They just want instant success. And sometimes the secret is to get rich slow, deliberate, and then keep it and create a legacy with that money. To talk about that, Tie Lasater. He is the CEO and managing partner of KeyCity Capital. Thanks for coming on the show.
Absolutely, Jeff. It's a pleasure to be here. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Well, I want to hear your journey. How did this start for you?
Yeah, I in 7th grade started my first business and started a lawn business myself and a good friend. And but really the focal point to it that I found that grew it really quickly was marketing. We were talking about marketing earlier, and our friend's dad had a radio station, a local radio station. And so we were able to get some spots on the radio station and run ads. And we really took the business from where some lawns that we could manage, 10 or 12 lawns a week, to we had 50 lawns before we knew it. And so we had to bring help in, to kind of help facilitate the operations that we had built. And I think really quickly I learned that this is something that I want to do. I don't want to run a lawnmower the rest of my life, but I want to run businesses, and I want to lead people and really bring out the best in people that I'm around, whether that's from an opportunity, whether that's from something that they're doing, helping them become better at what they're doing, or if it's really building a lasting legacy for themselves as well as their family and their kids. And so once I got into school and got into college, I realized that the word for owning businesses was private equity. I didn't want to be a business operator or a business owner. I wanted to own multiple businesses and facilitate that through a group of investors and that could come in and we could grow our wealth together and create that legacy. And so I changed my major from business management to accounting. We spoke about it a while ago. Accounting was really the language to business. And I found out that I understood a set of financial statements really quickly, and I could figure out where there were specific areas of growth to a given business. And we could take a business that was already in operations and maybe change a few things and go out and acquire a couple of additional businesses and then begin to grow it organically and take what money we had put into that business and multiply it 2 and 3 and 4 times over in a 3 to 5 year period. So,
well, I really admire you because not only are you a numbers guy and you have that talent to analyze businesses, but you're also a very charismatic speaker. Let's go ahead and roll his speaker reel.
What we're going to do, I want you to stand on your feet. And this is what we're going to do. I'm going to bring the second speaker. Are you ready? I want you to give him a roar. Johannesburg, South Africa. Welcome. Are you ready? Are you at level 10? Are you ready? Welcome to the stage. Hey guys.
He sat exactly where you sat here today, and now he's on the same stages as me, about to inspire, leave a legacy, live a life of significance, increase his brand, and it's absolutely amazing. If you want to succeed, just listen to Ty because you will be next.
Hey, this is Vanilla Ice, and I'm chilling with my man, Tie Lasater. And I want to tell you, one command: stop, collaborate, and listen. KeyCity Capital is about to throw down. So get it how you live it, and always remember, cash, baby.
Guys, I just wanted to share really quickly kind of my results from Ty's. Brought in over about $500,000 worth of investment money. Needless to say, my life has completely changed. The trajectory of my life is completely different for me and my kids. But this is allowing me to do something I've always wanted to do, which is change other people's lives. Ty, I can't thank you enough for being so giving and so helpful along the way. Thank you.
Just wanted to explain a few things to any of you that are thinking about working with Tie Lasater. He brought a whole nother level of excitement and confidence. If you haven't met Ty, you'll know what I mean when you meet him. And it allowed me to jump into that. It allowed me to make money in real estate and continue to run my business, making money while he makes money with my money. If you're thinking about working a deal, you want to run that by KeyCity Capital and Tie Lasater first. Work with Ty, everybody's going to make money, which is the best way to do business.
they came here this morning because they wanted to advance their business.
You owe it yourself. to call them, email them, check out their website, because I promise it is going to make a fundamental difference in terms of success. I'm actually in Switzerland right now looking at some deals, looking at some properties, and I'm telling you, Tie and Boo's name came up today. That's how amazing impact they made. That's why you need to talk to them. I 150% endorse them. Some of the greatest guys I know.
And now, presenting the king of real estate, representing KeyCity Capital, Tie Lasater.
Well, I've got to ask you a Vanilla Ice question. I'm a fan. People misjudge him. They think that he's some kind of rapper, and he's a smart business guy, isn't he?
That's right. Yeah, the first time that I met him, I was actually in South Africa at a speaking event, and he was there talking about real estate. But I knew when I met him, I was from a town that they had done a TV show called Celebrity Bull Riding. The bull rider that was running the show, Ty Murray, had a ranch in Stephenville, Texas, where I was from. And it was Rocket Ishmael, I believe, and Vanilla Ice, and on that episode of the show. And so I used that as a connection when I met him on stage, and it turned into a long conversation after the event. He ended up inviting me to his house. And so I just kind of started asking him about business and what, catapulted him from Ice Baby to where he was today, speaking about real estate and really heavily involved in business, and especially in Southeast Florida. And one thing that he told me was when he got sued by David Bowie, he could fight that lawsuit, spend a bunch of money doing so, and who knows what the outcome would have been, or buy the rights to the song. And he bought the rights to the song and ended up getting paid royalties every time Under Pressure was played, and every time Ice Baby was played. And so he learned really quickly the leverage of buying an asset or buying a business. And so he started buying the rights to more music, and that grew quickly over time. He sold a piece of property that he had and realized that real estate was a good place to save money, place money, and hold it, and then sell it in the future when you're ready to transact a different type of a business deal. And so he started doing both of those, and he's built a phenomenal career for himself doing so.
That is really cool. I want to talk about the DBJ, 40 under 40. We're going to put it on the screen. What was that like to have that honor?
Well, I think it was kind of surreal. Actually, in my early 30s, I started reading the Dallas Business Journal, like basically everything that they put out, following businesses around the Dallas market. And, Dallas is a top 5 major market in the United States. And I'm lucky enough to have our business here. And I saw a 40 under 40 article, and I was like, man, that would be awesome to accomplish this. And so I don't know that I actually set a goal to it, but I put it in my mind that that's something that I would like to accomplish. And we were talking about personality tests a while ago, and I'm a high D personality on the DISC test. And so you put a goal in front of me, or I put an idea in front of me, and I'm going to attack it. And so that was in the back of my mind, and it just every now and then, every year or so, I would kind of think about it, but all while focusing on growing our business and building our the opportunities that we created for our investors. And in doing so, I kind of looked back last year, and I was like, well, we've accomplished a lot of what we set out to accomplish in an 8-year period that we had put goals towards for a 10-year period. And so what I found out, and what we always see, is that you can set a 1-year goal and you work really hard to get it. You set 30-day goals, and you oftentimes don't accomplish those. And then you set 5-year goals, and you accomplish those in 3 years. And it's kind of a funny ebb and flow of events. And so anyways, when I ended up getting it, I just kind of thought back to that idea that I had about 9 years ago now, and how when you put a thought in your mind, in your subconscious mind, you constantly start working towards that. And so, when I got it, I immediately set a new goal. And I have a new goal to be on the Forbes billionaire list. And so that'll be the next one that we work towards, but it may take some time, but I put that one in my subconsciousness, and we'll work towards it and see where it goes. So I
Absolutely.
think it was surreal because it said, okay, I accomplished what I set out to accomplish, and it reminded me that it's time to set another goal.
I love that. You're very inspirational. Let's talk about the economy. And when we talk
Yeah.
about the economy, there's the national economy and then there's DFW.
Right.
This is a very unique economy, isn't it?
It is. And I think you bring up a really good point in that the Dallas-Fort Worth market is oftentimes insulated from a lot of what's going on in some of the other major markets. And then COVID has really brought that on more. You see what politics can do in a given market. You see some markets struggling more so than other markets, and for various number of reasons. We're seeing inflation at a rampant pace. But one thing that I think that we're not seeing yet is the effects that inflation and a potential recession is going to have on the real estate market. 2007, 2008, 2009, Dallas-Fort Worth was insulated a little bit from what we saw in some of the other major markets. I think we're going to see a heavier effect specifically on commercial real estate this time around, just because I think we had a number of operators coming in and taking advantage of a strong marketplace in Dallas-Fort Worth, and I think overpaying for a number of assets. And so this market is going to bring that out and flush that out. So we're going to see opportunities in real estate to buy at a good market discount in the next 9 to 18 months, I think. But I think what we're really going to see as far as opportunities in the next coming months, in the next year, is the opportunity to buy cash flowing businesses, which is what I really like focusing on. Oftentimes in a strong real estate market, the leverage that you can get from a bank is higher than that which you can get for a business. And so operators will come in and take advantage of that. It's easier to buy a piece of real estate in a strong market when a bank will give you 75, 80% leverage. Well, what we're seeing now in this current market is lenders are going back to 60, 65% leverage. And so it's more difficult for an operator to buy. But at 60 and 65% leverage in the real estate market, the returns aren't as high as they are in the business market. When you can buy a business and you know the unique selling propositions of that business, and you're able to create an impact on that unique selling proposition and grow the business both organically and through additional mergers and acquisitions, you're going to get a lot higher return on your investment than you will in a piece of real estate with the same leverage.
Wow. We're almost out of time, but I want you to answer this question. What would you say, what advice would you give to a younger you, to the kid with the lawn mowing business? What would you tell that kid?
I would say don't procrastinate and try and figure out what you're going to do in college. Get a degree in a new language, accounting, and start with that from the beginning. And the minute you have a chance to grow that existing business that you have through an acquisition, do so. One of the cool things about private equity is you can have a business that generates $1 million net profit, and through an acquisition, you now have $2 million of net profit from the second business that you bought. But businesses at different levels of net profit have a different exit multiple. And so a business that has $1 million of, we'll call it net profit because I'm not going to get into all of the explanations of this, but a business that has $1 million net profit has maybe a 3 times multiple as far as valuation. But when you get to a 5 times net profit, you're going to have a 7 times multiple. So you can buy 4 businesses to add to your $1 million at a 3 times multiple, and now you have $5 million of net profit, and you can sell on a 7 times multiple. So just through economies of scale and growth, you're going to create value to yourself and your investors that come in along the way.
Wow. Ty, I am so privileged to have you on the show. You're absolutely brilliant. We're going to end with his website, which is KeyCityCapital.com. Tie Lasater, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff. It was a pleasure. I appreciate it.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.